Hello everyone, welcome to the Rokani Media Football. It's the Newcastle manager Eddie Howe breaking silence on Bruno Guimaraes' transfer to the club of Arsenal. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Tomiyasu's Premier League return, we're obviously gonna be hinting a little bit on it, and Federico Chiesa's plan this season, because we all know it that ever since his hand for the club of Liverpool, things have not been rosy for him. And let me tell you, he's one of those guys that we all thought that will, at a certain point X, really raise you up to the occasion and put in a very huge shift in there for you. So, all I want to let you know is that we are going to be breaking these stories down. So, continue to subscribe to our channel, and after subscribing, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful channel in there for you. Now, there are those that are going to come to my inbox that those who want to advertise. I'm obviously going to be dropping the number in the next video. Now, the manager of Newcastle has come up and obviously said the following about Bruno Guimaraes, on his transfer to Arsenal. I've spoken to him as I would do Bruno normally. He's just a fantastic person. We've had some real good conversations, both before, during, and after the World Cup. What we speak about obviously has to remain private, but he's just a great player, a great person. I don't know what's going to happen with Bruno's future. That's for other people to, one, speculate about, but also conversations that I'm not part of. So, for me, the most important bit is I don't know what is going to happen with Bruno's future. That is a very huge message that you need to obviously pay a lot of attention to detail, that he doesn't know the future of the player. Now, if the manager comes out and says, I don't know the future of the player, what does that, what crosses your mind? You understand? You see, when Liverpool came in through for Alexander Isak, they were like, the player is not for sale, but they knew at the back of their mind that they are going to sell him. Now, and they never came out and said they don't know about his future. You understand? So, for the man known as Bruno Guimaraes, if they are saying like that, that means he is open to leaving the club of Newcastle to join the club of Arsenal. And he has also hinted onto the private talks they have that are always private. And obviously, in those private talks, that's where Bruno Guimaraes might have told him that, please, I want to leave. I want to leave, and I've been here ever since 2022, 4 years at the club, and let me go for other greener pastures. So that is really very important, and very important to note. So let's wait and see how things really pan out in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So when you relate this story to what we've been told that Bruno Guimaraes, respectively, went ahead to obviously contact Newcastle and informed them on his desire to leave and obviously sign for the club of Arsenal. And it was like, I've served you guys. When did you last lift a trophy? I brought you a trophy in the Carabao Cup. I think it was the other season of 2024-2025. Why do you come up and obviously block my move? Because I'm 29. Newcastle has gone ahead to lose ambition of really keeping star players to obviously win or fight for the league. You understand? Now, what reason do you give me for staying here? That is one of the huge questions that you have to obviously come up and obviously ask yourself about this guy known as Bruno Guimaraes, and is being considerate because he's on record that he came up and obviously said in public that Newcastle promised him that they are going to bring in here star players to sit at the compete for trophies, but that has not been the case. So if it has not been the case, then they need to come up and see to it that they need to come up and obviously revise what they think about this guy. So he wants out of the club known as Newcastle, and that is written all over a clean canvas. And what the manager is saying about the player is very evident, that the player has told him that he wants to go. If the player had told him that he wants to stay, he would have gone ahead to say, he's our player. He has 2 years left on his contract. We've been talking regularly, and he has always gone ahead to inform me that he wants to stay at the club of Newcastle and is going nowhere. So that is a very huge indicator that Guimaraes is leaving Newcastle, unless otherwise Arsenal fails to pay 75 to 80 million pounds that Newcastle want from the player, but the player is willing to go because this is his last huge contract. Signing for Arsenal at the age of 28, turning 29 in November this year, helps you really get a huge salary of like 200,000 pounds a week. And that is like 800,000 pounds a week, a month, and close to 10 million pounds a year. Minus taxes, he might end up with 6 million pounds a year. For Bruno Guimaraes, that will be something great. The contract will be that one equivalent for what Newcastle has gone ahead to put on his table in there for you. So that is it for a man known as Bruno Guimaraes, and the manager of Newcastle has broken silence in there for you. Now, we go to Liverpool. Now, Federico Chiesa is determined to stay at Liverpool and fight for a bigger role under Andoni Iraola. The winger is ready to compete for regular minutes rather than seek a move away this summer. Chiesa is also aiming to earn a return to the Italy national team through his performances at the World Cup. Now, Federico Chiesa, I think, signed for Liverpool 2-3 seasons back. You get? But I think he came in through when Jurgen Klopp was still here. And when Klopp left, we thought that maybe this manager will do him justice. But the big question was, how can a manager who has gone ahead to sign you not offer you minutes? Because Klopp knew exactly why he needed this guy, and was Federico Chiesa. So Federico Chiesa coming in through at the club of Liverpool was a very huge boost, and it caused huge excitement. Now, after that excitement, the people and the fans never really saw him really kick a ball at Liverpool for some time, and many thought that maybe after Ancelotti leaving, he would have gone ahead to say, let me obviously look out for another team. But he's like, I'm Federico Chiesa. I have to go ahead and obviously put in a very huge shift at Liverpool, and maybe Andoni Iraola will see the benefits of really fielding me on the pitch of Liverpool. That's what you're really having in through from the man known as Federico Chiesa. You understand? So that is it for Federico Chiesa, but he's also aiming to go on and really do the needful for what we call the Italy national team. Remember, Mancini Robaldo is the manager of Italy, and Chiesa believes that this man known as Andoni Iraola will obviously give him enough playing minutes that will see him really put out a very huge performance that will excite the new manager of Liverpool, and see to it that he plays him in every game in there for you. So in the first preseason game they went ahead to play at the side of Liverpool, obviously, let's wait and see here. I've seen Hugek somewhere. So in their first game they played, obviously I think they went ahead to win it by 4-2. You understand? And it was really a very huge performance. And I never watched that game, but I woke up when it's done, and they played it almost midday or in the morning. That is it. But it was very important. You get? So the side of Liverpool went ahead to put out a very exciting showcase in that particular encounter. And I tell you what, Federico Chiesa is one of those that really had to come in and really prove himself in such a fixture for the side of Liverpool. And I tell you what, he went ahead to obviously prove himself, and he did the needful, and he went ahead obviously get himself the second goal, and he scored a brace. You understand? So, he scored one goal. That is it. So Basilai was on target, and even Federico Chiesa was also on target. So that really speaks volumes onto what Federico Chiesa is all about for Liverpool, and maybe Andoni will be like, yeah, this is the player that I really want to really use. When you look at the starting 11, Chiesa was not among, that is it, but I think he came off the bench, right? Because Mamadashvili, Gomez, Jones, Elliott, Smiskas, Frimpong, McNeil, Morrison, Ngoumo, Ndiaye, and Wright. You understand? So, where is Chiesa? Chiesa was on the bench. He came on and obviously scored those beautiful goals. So it really speaks volumes on what he's really aiming at. And we hope all goes on well as planned. Let's go to Tomiyasu leaving Arsenal as a free agent, signing for Ajax. And now, Crystal Palace has reached an agreement in principle to sign former Arsenal defender Takehiro Tomiyasu. The 27-year-old, who is currently on trial with the club, has agreed personal terms. The deal is expected to be completed once the remaining details are finalized. And it's like they are trying to see whether he's really still up there at the level of really putting in a very huge shift. As for Tomiyasu came in through and took the Premier League by storm as the right back. He could play as a left back, center back, and he was really exciting. But I tell you, he really got a nasty injury. In his first season, I think it was in March, he had a good August, a good September, a good October, a good November, a good December, a good January, a good February. Good 7 months, and when he went in the 8th month of March, that's when he went ahead obviously get a problem, and ever since then he has never been the same, to a level that he even went ahead to terminate his contract at Arsenal. But now another London club is interested in him, and they're like, please come on, join us and do what you're supposed to be doing. We pray he really passes the trials and see to it that he really gets into the permanent team of Crystal Palace. It would be good to see him in the Premier League and in London again. Your thoughts on Newcastle manager breaking silence of Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal transfer are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Tomiyasu's return to London? And then your thoughts onto Federico Chiesa. Decision made. He's staying at Liverpool. He wants to fight for his position and see to it that he really gets back to the Italian national team and get back to the Federico Chiesa of 2020 and 2021. Thank you guys for watching it through. We sign out for now. See you later. Good evening. I'm going to come in late because I really had lots of things to do earlier today. But thank you for watching it through. I love you all, and good evening to all my people and all the viewers of our beautiful channel. I'm out. Bye-bye, and in the next 1 hour, I'll be dropping another one for you. Hope you'll be eagerly waiting for it.